This is Dragonpath. The nice thing about this game is I've already played it a little bit. I actually played it once already when I saw it on TIG Source, and I gave some feedback, and he's already added one of the things that I recommended. Before, this title screen you're seeing, this used to just be a black screen with Dragonpath in the center and these buttons. Instead now, as I recommended, he actually added in a flyby of a dungeon so you can actually see things going on inside of a dungeon. It seems much more atmospheric. It's a lot nicer in my opinion. The music was there before too though, which is very nice. It fits beautifully in my opinion. Very lovely looking game. This is a Unity engine game. I believe it's actually using the newest Unity that just came out a little while ago. And if we look at the settings, just like normal, you're usually going to want to do your Unity graphics settings inside the launcher. Otherwise we have a brightness slider, seems to work fine. Only seems to affect the 3D aspect. You can see nothing up here is changing, just the stuff in the renderer. No problem with that. We're just going to turn it up a smidge. Volume effects, all that fun stuff. And let's take a look at the game. Okay, so we got a big block of text right here. Dragonpath takes place in a war-torn world of Antaria. It is at 100 years after the event known as the Descent, when the races of light were forced to flee underground as a result of losing the fight against the ancient evils that have been seeking to destroy the world since the dawn of time. The top side have taken over by beasts, is taken over by beasts and demons. Only those too stubborn to leave still inhabit the surface world. You are part of a group called the Knights of Old, who regularly emerge from the depths to make forays into the Lost Lands. Their primary purpose is to recover relics lost in the Descent. Your story begins with one such expedition. So it's a little bit of extra stuff you can read right there. You don't have to. So let's see. By default, hardcore is off, it looks like. We're going to keep it that way since we're right now testing balancing and stuff, so I kind of expect to die, and it's easier to test if I don't screw around too much. We'll stick it on normal difficulty. Let's give it a shot. We had discovered a vault, only to find its seal already breached, and the heavy steel door laid open. Driven by grim purpose, we readied ourselves, and like fools stepped past the precipice of darkness into the hell that awaited us within. Screams broke the silence as the walls around us suddenly burst into action. Dark shapes detached themselves from the stone wall and fell upon us with fang and claw, rending the flesh and breaking the bones of my brethren. Doomed by our own arrogance, we fell to the ground one by one. Agony filled my being as I spit blood and struggled to breathe with a crushing lung. Finally, the darkness claimed my vision, and I hit the ground, my body broken and battered. Then came a dragon. I saw only white as the flames raged around me, destroying everything but me. When I came back to my senses, I was whole again, the wound healed. I found myself imbued with a new purpose, a better purpose. I found that my mind was not entirely my own, that I could feel the dragon's thoughts emerging from within, its will forcefully imposing itself on me. It presented me with a siren's call of its own. Images of a hideous creature dwelling underground filled my mind, and I now shared the dragon's great hatred against this being. The dragon, being a creature of the sky, could not descend to the depths necessary to defeat his foe. A champion was needed to end the battle. I would take the long and perilous path descending to the depths and finally slay the dragon's nemesis. I was marked by the dragon, and in time, I would grow more powerful than any human being, living or otherwise. I then began my long descent. Okay, so a little long-winded. That could definitely do with some narration, maybe a comic or something like that, something along those lines. So, yes, it's been added. Last time I played this game, I could only control with a keyboard, but now he added mouse movements as he promised. Thank goodness. So, let's see. It looks like I can just hold left-click to move around. Or right-click, I guess it doesn't matter which. I was kind of hoping right-click might attack or something, so if I wanted to hit this box, no? That's okay, it's because Q is going to be my main attack button. There we go. So Q, it's kind of similar to the sense of a, very similar to the sense of a MOBA. Q, W, E, R, T in order to do your attacks, and they all have different skills and such. So there we go. Q is your main attack, you're just going to do that constantly. W, kind of like a spin to win move. It takes mana, but it looks like the mana is like instantly refilled, so, you know. And E, dagger throw. Simple enough. Alright, let's see how it plays. So look at that. You can see all the effects just before they happen. You see those circle areas? That's actually a really nice effect. I like that a lot. But he's getting healed, so I gotta kill this guy first. I'm gonna take a few hits, but that's okay. Gonna keep throwing that stuff at him. Let's see, do I even need a point? Let's see if it'll just throw right at him. Yeah, locked right onto him. Beautiful. So let's do a W there. Spin to win. Whenever I try to attack with Q, I do completely stop, so I have to keep that in mind. Alright, what do we find here? F to pick up Weighted Frost Wand. Let's grab that. F to pick up Fire Bombs of Disruption. Nice. Let's take a look at our inventory, shall we? I admit I do not remember the inventory button. Tab to switch targets. Control for super speed when you're out of combat. Shift to block, but only when you have melee weapons, so that's my blocking right there. Huh. I see, like for like a split second, I get like an extra 30 health that I guess I can just kind of expend. That works pretty well. Now, Cass is saying that that was kind of a wall of text right there, and I agree. Narration would definitely break that up a bit, I think. That'd make it a little nicer. So let's see, I got Firebombs of Disruption as a trinket. Can I just toss that? Aha, okay, so that'll replace my daggers. Firebombs for daggers, I'll take it. Rune Shot. And what else? Weighted. More power, less casting speed? Okay, let's see. Let's try Mage for a little while. So now my Q, completely replaced. Look at this. And it's not taking, it's like taking one thing of mana, and then that's going away instantly. I'm guessing that's not fully balanced out yet. That's my new spin to win, I guess. And this is my firebombs? Yeah, look at those. Awesome. Entering Outpost. Merchants, travelers, and rangers find refuge in outposts. One needs to find how to operate the water portals in order to enter, although they are considered safe by most. There have been a couple of incidents where monsters found their way in and slaughtered almost everyone. Lovely. Outstanding. So last time I played this game, there were these merchant areas as well here, and I'd recommended he might want to do like a zoom in, like you saw right there where he switched completely to a two-dimensional image instead of the three-dimensional view that we've had this whole time. I recommended to him it might be less jarring to someone going from 2D to 3D if instead you do kind of a flyby of the camera where you go kind of first person into this guy's vision and you can kind of see, like, you know, you could see the shop around you. Then you're sticking with the same aesthetic and art style, and it's not quite as jarring to the player. It doesn't really pop the bubble as much. So there's lore in this game. The Black Caverns, Volume 1. The Halls of Crafting, I'm saying all these words wrong. Or the Black Caverns. I'm going to call them those. Got its name after the perpetual light of the Dwarven city was snuffed out in the descent. The city was known as the Forge Heart. Long before that, though. Most promising craftsmen of the dwarves came into the city to learn that the legendary halls nicknamed Anvil Academy, learn in them rather, by outsiders who often had difficulties pronouncing the name. Yeah, that'd probably be me. And yes, I was asked, did it change my queue? It did change my queue. As he mentioned, actually, what's the inventory button? C. Okay. As he mentioned, all of my abilities are completely dependent on whatever I have equipped at the time. So, before I had the BF sword and I was just slashing with my Q, like, let's try the rune shot real quick. Here's another primary weapon option. Very simple. Simple gunshot. Alright, Merchant, what you got for me? Health potions, Obsidian Slayer, a few nice little things with it. And these are the skills it's going to give me. So I can have Blade Storm, which I think is the spin to win, and the combo attack, which I just keep mashing Q. Hello, Better Boots. Gives me a dash ability. Apparently I already have one. It's my spacebar button. So that's another ability I didn't even notice I had. And this doesn't give me an ability. Well, something will give me an R and a T eventually, I'm sure. So that's my dash, actually. I should be using that whenever I need to dodge. So can I, like, shoot and then dodge? No, okay. Once you're shooting, you're locked in. I can do that, and then let's try these firebombs. Ooh, they got blink abilities. I like these enemies. They're really changed up a lot, which means I'm going to be getting cool stuff out of them when I kill them. If I kill them. Oh, I got like a shotgun shot, too. Are they both mages, so they're both healing each other? That's mean. Nope, just this one. So he has this blink, I have my dash. Uh-oh. Boom! Got him. I like the mages. They pair up very nicely with pretty much every enemy. Very cool. Alright. Fire branch of fireballs. Neat. Anything else? Nothing else. Let's take a look at the fire branch of fireballs, shall we? I just want to test everything out. 100% chance on hit to deal 5 damage in a line. That sounds handy. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, and it's like a shotgun one. This is like better than a rune blaster. I like it. Look at that. It like split off on him after it hit him. That's awesome. Look at him blinking all over the place. So if I press tab, it actually targets through, or it switches through the targets. I'd almost like it if I could like right-click on them and target them that way. But I guess I'd like it if I could right-click them and it would automatically use the Q, actually. That'd be the best way I could put it. I would like to do some kind of an attack if I right-click on an enemy, and odds are I'm going to want it to do the primary attack, because that's going to be the most common one, you know? The most obvious. So much fire. Oh, so much fire. Now, right now, I do not... I think it was shift? What was it? Shift to block. Yeah, so since I don't have a melee weapon, I can't block right now. Pick up Junk Blade. Everybody has something. Oh, nice. What's the Junk Blade do? Looks like it probably... Oh, it has a new second ability. Spikes. What are spikes? Melee attack. Oh, you just shoot out spikes. Okay, simple enough. Yeah, let's not take that. I'm going to keep up with the fire. I'd love to see more trinkets, though. New boots. I was kind of expecting music. I could have sworn the previous version I played had music, but maybe it was just the title I was thinking of. I like this a lot because you can really combo up and you can make some really creative and unexpected class types just based off of your gear. Like, I know I can disrupt him healing with my firebomb there, or, you know, just kill him. Either way. Win-win. My W doesn't seem to stop my movement. That's nice. Healing potion. Thank you. Seems like healing is regenerative, at least it is right now. I don't know how long that's going to stick around for. Can't destroy the crate, but I could have sworn I could do that with a melee weapon. What is that all about? Melee weapon. That's not a melee weapon, but there we go. I guess a physical weapon, I should say, rather. Or maybe it just wasn't dealing enough damage. I don't know. I'm just testing stuff. Yay for procs indeed. That's not a chest. I've seen many a chest in my time, and I can tell you, that is most certainly not a chest. I'm going to open it anyway, though. Ooh, Doran Rune Blaster. Hello. Okay. Well, obviously we're going to try that. Was this the one? Yeah, this was the one I was using before, the Rune Shot. This is the Rune Blaster. Ooh, that's my Q. My Q is now a shotgun. I'm okay with this. And my W is an even bigger shotgun, for when normal shotguns just don't cut it. Those are some powerful crates. So far, I like the game a lot. The movement is very slick. Enemies, okay, they take their time to engage me, that's fine. I love the idea of being able to create your own kind of class, just based off of equipment. It's brilliant. Any RPG that gives me freedom like that is awesome. Nice. A bandit blade. What does a bandit blade give me? Now, I'm just hoping that I see more trinkets and such, because it'd be a waste if all I'm going to find are weapons that change my stuff. I really want to get into this, and I want to find out what that slot is. The effects are absolutely gorgeous. I totally agree, New Bruce. Let's see. So what was I looking at? It was the bandit blade. Oh, second ability lunge. Let's just see what that is. Oh, okay. It's just literally a lunge. Probably can run right through people. Hit multiples. Let's go ahead and get our sweet gun back, though. Look at that thing. That is a cool looking thing. Rune power. Am I right? Alright, who do we want first? Well, he's going to siphon my essence, so maybe him. Ew. I don't like essence siphoning unless it's me doing it. Ba-ba-boom! I like that. I've always loved shotguns. Any first-person shooter, I will usually try to take a shotgun as my primary. Ah, leather armor. Maybe this will give me an ability. Or, you know, just be leather armor. But I'll take it either way. Where was it? Armor. Wait, that's armor? Oh, it is. It's a helmet. I don't know why. It looked like sandals to me. I don't know. So let's see. This one is... I would love some side-by-side comparisons for my equipped versus my unequipped... Or what I'm looking at, you know? Oh, hey, wait. Shift... Okay. Shift, if I hold it down, shows it, but I'm going to throw it out there. Just make that normally like that. I don't think anyone would complain. If anything, make Shift do the opposite, not show it, you know? So this one gives me, the one I'm wearing right now gives me health regen and a movement speed buff, whereas this one gives me a bigger movement speed buff, less damage taken, and increased cast speed. Well, I don't get the health regen, and I'm probably going to need that, so we're not going to waste our time with that right now. This is exactly what I want it to do when you're at the market. Except you'd be looking at the shopkeep instead. A big nasty looking bandit is guarding the path. What's that we have here? Boss said no one passes through. Through here, so go splash now. I don't know why. Splash now just really threw me off with that sentence. Ground pound. Oh, wow. Nice. So before with this, okay, the last time I did this battle, I should say, rather, it was actually very much, how do I put it, simple. It was really just he was constantly casting spells, and it was a mage, too. And it was really kind of boring, because I was just dodging spells all the time. He never stopped, but I actually did advise him, you might want to try putting in abilities that end up weakening them or leaving them vulnerable for a period of time. So you could actually, you know, instead of having to just keep constantly shooting while you're attacking, just have a chance to hit him. And that has made this battle much better in my opinion. Because before it was really annoying. I couldn't do anything. Boots of Zooming. Hello. What are the boots of zooming, I ask? The metal boots even. 39% chance on hit to gain, wow, plus 80% movement speed for 0.4 seconds. Yeah, let's put those right on. And I still have my dash, too. Nice. And I just love that. The character customization is really deep. Gaze down the descending path. The path to the next underground level begins here. There is no turning back. See, I would have expected a confirmation screen from that, but I guess not. You're just straight on. Go! Oh, boy. The model is pretty badass with different gear. I agree. That's a nice little attention to detail. It's customizable gear that actually changes your character. But anyway, Part 2. Eastern Karak... You're just making up words now. Rockwall Streets. These streets once bustled with dwarven craftsmen, creating the finest armor and weapons. The descent left this area fairly intact, its residents evacuated, with the rest of the city and all the dwarven crafts have been looted by bandits long ago. Felt like a bit of a run-on sentence to me. That is something that should really be looked at very closely, is make sure you don't have run-on sentences. I don't know if these crates actually have anything in them, but let's face it, if you see a crate, you're going to try to break it, and if you can break it, you're going to break it. That's just a fact of video games. So if they don't have anything in them, you might want to even consider not making them breakable in the first place, because frankly, everyone's going to try to break all of them until they know with 100% certainty that there's nothing in them. Back to life. Back to gaming life, at the very least. I love these bombs. Oh, a new trinket! Oh, they're just more fire bombs. Curses! Oh, what's this one? A twin whip spear of, I think it said disruption? Why, yes, it did. 21% chance on hit to stun. Let's give that a shot. And what do we have here? We have an impale move and a melee attack like normal. These are the other fire bombs I just got. They cost less mana, but I really don't care about mana because, let's face it, that regens so quickly. But here's the ultimate question. Do fire bombs that I own hurt me? They do not. Good, because that would have been very painful. Huh, I kind of would have expected a lunge attack out of a spear. I mean, I guess slashing works too. Oh. Okay, time to actually play. There's my lunge. Oh boy, not going well. Nice, so there was the proc right there for that. He got interrupted. Very cool, very cool. You definitely get a MOBA feel out of this game when you play with the controls that he has set up, and it actually works out really nicely. Before, when I was playing strictly keyboard, you had to use up, down, left, right to move around, which you still can, but I gotta say, it wasn't nearly as fun as being able to play with the mouse, rather. Very nice. Oh! That was really good game design. So for those who didn't see what he did right there, he actually, although it's kind of obvious, I mean, you could look at this and see how obvious it is, he intentionally put an enemy right next to a spike so the enemy would run towards you, hit the spike, and you would visually see you don't want to do that. which was really brilliant. That's something that Mega Man did a lot, and it really helped its level design because whenever they added new things in, new elements in, they would constantly show you how those elements acted before you had a chance to completely die from them. So if you ever died from an element in Mega Man that was new, it was more often than not completely your fault for just not paying attention the first time. Really well done. That's something that everyone should take out of any kind of game design. Any game you're making can probably benefit from the idea of showing before, you know, real danger is introduced. Alright, what's over here? These particle effects on the doors are cool, but I'm not sure if they actually mean anything. I feel like if they could end up meaning something. They could be used to mean something is what I'm getting at. So if they don't mean anything, make them mean something. So I'm kind of tanky, so I'm okay with taking a few hits, especially considering I'm just going to regen. So I might as well kill the healer outright. Level up! What does the level up mean? Let's see. No, not that. Get out of there. Return to game. Quick help. Switch active weapon. What? Oh! Apparently I can switch between a melee and a ranged weapon. I never knew that. That's a game changer. Because now if I ever need the block, I have it. I just need to press G. That is a really good idea. I will say, well thought out. Very nice. I can clear my targets. What else can I do? Where is the character sheet? Is it just in the inventory? I don't really... Oh, there it is. Stats. Wait. No, they're not. Not implemented. Okay, works for me. But the characters seem to stay up there, which is kind of cool. I can see him running. Nice. Alright, so does he go away? Okay, good. So I guess my stats are a mystery. No problem. Alright, what else we got? Nothing really. Let's move it on. Alright, we got another outpost. I probably don't need to see a message every time I enter an outpost, if only because, let's face it, I'm going to be entering outposts a lot in this game, and even if they are different, leave all that kind of information in the lore books you have up here. Make them optional, because some people really just want to go in and buy stuff, especially if they're on, like, a second playthrough or a third playthrough or something. Look at these health potions. They only restore 10 health. I do that in a second. Scrolls of Emolus. What does this do? I guess it's a fire... Oh, wait. Aura of Flames. Surround yourself in flames, dealing 10 damage to surrounding enemies every 1 second for 2 seconds. That sounds really good, actually. And they seem to be efficient. Yeah, I have the money for that. Let's see if there's anything else I want. Movement speed down, damage done up, damage taken way down, cooldown rates down. Wait, cooldown rate up, rather. Health regeneration, blah, blah, blah. Where is the comparison? Oh, there's the comparison. This kind of doesn't blend well with this. I didn't even realize that was a comparison because they look so completely different. Different text size, different colors. It would be nice if the comparisons had, like, similar things showing the differences. Like, you know, hey, if this one has, if they both have buffs for movement speed, if this one had 5 less, put, like, in parentheses, you know, -5 or something. Not a necessity, just a little possible thing to do. But this does have health regen of 30%. Whereas this has, you know, zooming. So, we're going to keep the zooming. I already have something else giving me health regen, I believe. The Brutal Flame Staff. A large stick capable of transforming great quantities of magicka into fire. A common tool. Although I think I've been using these in the past. Greater Fireball? Nope, this is even better. Launch an exploding projectile. Well, we're going to end up taking the scroll here. I think that's going to help me the most. So let's check that out, shall we? Trinket. Yup, let's give that a shot. So now my E is changed. I got some kind of flame aura. Once it's doable, I'll try it. It's got a big cooldown to it, though. Oh, let's not run into those. Got a little ahead of myself. I guess I'll have to go around this way. Or this way. Very carefully. I don't want to go to the boss just yet. Cool. So that works. Let's switch back to my spear. There we go. Very cool. I like that. And I'm guessing you can get versions that last longer than 2 seconds. Very cool. Lunge. Alright. These guys. I'd almost like it if this was something that like lowered. Okay, so in some games the way they do auras, and maybe this isn't the way you want to go with it. That's perfectly fine. In some games the way they do auras is they'll actually you activate them as a toggle. So by activating them, you'll either be turning them on or off. And while they're on, you'll have less MP, like maximum MP. Yeah, you see, I'm just destroying these and I got nothing. So, like, if I had that active while it's active, it would be like, my MP is now a maximum of 8. It doesn't really decrease. It doesn't go down over time. It's just 8 is my maximum amount of MP until I turn it back off. And when I do turn it back off, it goes on cooldown for like 20 seconds. So it really makes you want to balance out whether or not you want to put it on cooldown for so long or just keep it active. That might be a good way to handle auras. That's the way I've always enjoyed it. Not necessarily the way it needs to be. This is the guy I fought before. This guy was annoying. Let's see if he's still annoying. Before, he did this thing where he just kept on... Nope, he's rapid-firing it now, I think. No, I think he's... Yeah, it was those green things. Yeah, he's still the same, unfortunately. But that's okay. I have something now where I can just do this and run around him and hurt him. So that helps. And I can interrupt it. He is vulnerable. He is vulnerable at that one point. I don't think he did that before. That Void Ray, it used to be he didn't do something like that. So that gives me a chance to kind of get around him and hurt him. So if I abuse that Void Ray, that's much better than last time. Before, he would just keep doing those... Oh! There we go. Before, I couldn't see the size of that either. That was a good move before, but I just couldn't know that it was coming or where it was going to hit me from. It just kind of took up the entire screen before. Very cool. Oh. Yeah, so this is way better now. He actually added vulnerability points on him. It's beautiful. This is exactly what I wanted the last time I played. There it is. Way, way, way better. Can't say enough how much better that is. But hey, he had a Guardian Stone. What does that do, I ask? Other? No? Boots? Trinkets? Trinkets. An amulet used to invoke protective shield for a short while of blasting. 80% chance on hit to deal 10 AoE damage centered on the enemy. Interesting. So when I get hit, they do that. It gives me the Essence Siphon ability. Launches a projectile at an enemy within 8 meters, I'm guessing, or something like that. Deals 8 damage. Boomerangs back after reaching full range. Interrupts target. Ooh, that sounds really good. So let's try that instead of my aura. See how that goes. Okay, the path continues in the western region of the old dwarven city. A pre-descent legend tells of a band of Brunton mercenaries who had taken a liking to the city and occasionally worked as its guardians. Perhaps they left some of their gathered treasures behind. Well, let's see. We're going to do this last level, and then whether I live or die, we're probably going to move on from there. Don't want to spend too... Ooh! Very nice. That's new and exciting. Alright, so that's my soul siphon thing. I don't know if I heal from it, but I guess it doesn't really matter too much. It doesn't pierce through enemies. I kind of hoped it would if it boomerangs back. But that's okay. It doesn't need to. It's a weird sound effect. It almost sounds like somebody turning a crank or something and then letting it go. I guess he just gave up on life. Cruel Cleaver. That sounds fun. Sounds really fun, actually. Cruel Cleaver, where are you? I would like it if this inventory was more... I would like it if it was less list-based and more drag-and-drop-based. You know, like... I would really like it if it was organized by weapon type. I guess the best way I could put it is like... Imagine if these were all tiles without the name instead of a giant list like this that's really unorganized. It's semi-organized. It looks like every weapon type kind of stays together, but then you have like fireball wands stay together, but they don't stay with the frost wands, and you have these two rune shots. One's weighted, one's not. They're not really together. There's a BF sword in between, and I can't really drag and drop any of these. I almost want to drag and drop these right into... Oh, it controls like an iOS menu, where you can actually... You can't slide on the weapons, but if you slide in between, it actually kind of does that. I see, so that might be part of the reason why it's set up this way, but even still, not my preference, personally. Let's see, so we have throwing daggers, we have that aura thing I bought, kind of a waste now. But I don't see where that cool cleaver went. Oh, there it is. It looks like a sword, that's why. Melee attack. Cast time, Blade Storm. Ooh. Is that? Okay, that's the spin to win move. So it's not really a cleaver so much as it is a, well, a giant cleaver. You know, except more like a sword, but you know what I mean. Alright, let's go. Let's put back on the... Yeah, I like this a lot. The disrupt on it, it's very nice. Not a big fan of the soul essence right now. I thought it'd be better than it actually is. Let's try blocking. I haven't found a use for blocking, quite frankly. This entire game, I haven't seen a need for it yet. I don't know if that's something maybe you would need an enemy type to specifically make it useful, but even then, it seems like it's just kind of being shoehorned in. Unless you had multiple enemy types. It would have to be like every enemy type would have to make it useful in some way or another. The Glaive of Disruption. That sounds like an E-weapon if I ever heard of it. Let's see. Yes, it is. And it disrupts. Let's see it. It's got a charge. There's a mystery down there. But there's something freaky over here. What is this thing? Oh, I can talk to the dragon. What is this? Reaped Essence. Oh my goodness. He can give me blessings depending on how much essence I've reaped. Very cool. Become faster, increase your movement speed. So I guess this is a form of leveling up. It's really more like a perk system, I suppose. Interesting, interesting. Alright, so Taken. Increase toughness, or Tankin. Tankin, okay. Increases toughness, take 12% less damage from sources. Increases mana regenerates faster. Attacks become deadlier, all damage increases. Let's go ahead and take the all damage increases thing. So I'm guessing you get this essence just one for every kill, I guess. And that's okay, I guess. It's kind of a limiting factor because you're only going to see so many enemies on the way. So let's see if I can just get him to... Yeah, I can. I absolutely can. Did he have anything on him? Because I'm not getting it now. Let's go this way. Those rooms feel a little boring, honestly. I mean, the traps are there, I get it, but they're very obvious. They're very easy to see traps, and I don't know if that's intended or just like a work in progress thing, but I feel like you could do something much cooler. You can make those traps much less obvious. There's the glaive. Ooh, I like the glaive. Much less obvious. You can make them much more deadly. I mean, or less deadly if you make them less obvious, I guess. But what I'm getting at is, you know that they're there, so all you're really doing is you're forcing the player into a situation where he's just he doesn't have to touch things, but there's no urgency that's making it hard. It's just tedious and annoying, quite frankly. Big stab. These healers, they heal so quick, but interrupted. I'd almost like it if the healing did less for them, but the same amount for normal guys. Because if they're just constantly healing themselves, then they're just being a pain to kill. Alright. Got some essence there. I did actually see that down there. It's not too obvious, but I guess there is things coming up that tell me what I got. It'd be nice if it was in more of a prominent location of where I'm looking, I guess. Or if there was some kind of audio cue, or... I don't know. I can't think of the best solution to that, personally. What do you guys think? Yes, the bounce on the glaive is nice, actually. A little bit of physics in there. Something you can work with. Seems like he gets multiple glaives, though. I want multiple glaives. Come on. Take the hit. Wow, those crits, though. Now, I'm not sure if in the future leveling up is going to be randomized, where the stats are just completely, you get them as you get them, or if I'm going to be able to pick them. Obviously, I can't know because I can't even access the stats at this moment. Beta is beta. But it would be nice to know. I kind of would almost vote for you pick. Seems like it'd be a nice way to go. So we got another glaive here. Ooh, a blazing glaive. 100% chance on hit to deal 8 bonus damage. That's not too bad, but I like my disruption chance. Could come in handy. What's a red scarf do, though? A simple scarf, which can be wrapped. Okay, increases damage done and maximum speed. And it's only 8. We'll grab that. What else we got? Spiky armor. 100% chance on hit to slow enemies for 50%. Okay. I can dig that. Let's give that a shot. And it gives me a skill. Oh, no, that's a passive. Whatever. I'll still take it. I have health potions. I just noticed if I press H, I will heal immediately. Very cool. These two things right here kind of faded in the background of me. I didn't even really notice them until just now. Alright, so let's put that spiky on. Oh, whoops. So I wanted to double-click to equip, and doesn't matter. I remembered what my melee was anyway. So, and what else did I get? I got the armor, and I got the red scarf. There we go. That's my first headpiece. Oh. Should have dashed out of that. Ooh. I still hit him, though. That was a far lunge. Oh, I can dash into people. How did I not notice this before? I can interrupt them, too. How did I really not notice this before? That makes life a lot easier. Efficient glaives. I just love that you almost always get something out of enemies, and they're almost always going to give you a new skill or a new take on the skill. It's very cool. That can end up being very awesome. Obviously, you need to add a lot of things to make it really deep, but it can... I just love it. I love the character customization aspect of it. There we go. Those crits, though. So I can see right there my R. What happens if I actually press it? Nothing seemed to actually happen, but it went on cooldown, which I don't know what that means for a passive exactly. Launch a projectile at an enemy. Oh, I guess if I just activate it, does it just happen? I guess I can't do it right now. I don't know. Oh, already went this way. Run! Yeah, that interrupting on the dash is actually really handy. That makes it a lot easier for me to know for sure I have a way to interrupt. Lately, I've just been depending on random procs. Just finish him. No biggie. So I can't even dash into the crates. I don't know, I'd say really... you can even just make the crates really easy to kill. But honestly, if you just make them not killable in the first place, that'd save people a lot of time, since I still don't know. Maybe I'm gonna... like, the one crate I decide not to open is gonna actually have stuff in it. That's what I feel like is gonna end up happening. Simple. Uh-oh. So if I interrupt him while he's riding the chain, yeah, that makes life a lot easier. Those interruptions, I almost feel like the dash being able to guarantee an interrupt is almost too powerful. Because if you get them while they're charging up like that, you're set. Alright, let's check the last room. I don't know how to see how much essence I have, but that'd be good to know. Maybe I'll go back to the portal up here real quick on the way out. Cool. Get out of here with that. Ooh, good blink on his part. I love that the mage casters blink. That's really cool. It's a nice little defensive move for them. Because when you're a mage caster, spellcaster, things are going to go really bad for you really quick. Nope, not even close to enough. Dash costs no resources. They do not. It does not cost resources. It does cost mana, but at the moment, I don't know. The mana seems really like an afterthought at the moment, or at the very least, in this current iteration, it regens unbelievably quickly, so you don't even notice. Master Mechanist. The huge augmented man turns to face you. Oh, hey, are you the test subject that was supposed to arrive a couple of weeks ago? Never mind. My experimental weapon doesn't really care who they go boom on. See, that's spelled wrong. Never mind, my experimental weapon really care who they go boom on. Keep an eye out for that. Oh boy, can't wait to steal that from him. Make him do that, get him exhausted. So far a little easy. He actually has the same weapon as me, but mine's better because I'm the one wielding it. Let's see if he gets harder. Oh, there we go. He has a shield. That'll be a good start. Yeah, he was wicked easy. He was really easy, unfortunately. Cruel Cleaver of Zooming. Too bad. I feel like his gimmick is, it leaves him too vulnerable. He's even vulnerable while he's doing it. So far he only has one kind of attack pattern, and it's very stationary, very easy to kill. I would recommend reworking him almost entirely. Maybe make those balls that explode into other balls. Like, if he causes mass chaos around the entire map and makes me, say, hide around the corner here in some cases, or get him in between me and, like, get this in between me and him so I don't have to worry about those explosions, that seems like it'd be a good way to go. He seems like he should be causing absolute mass chaos around the entire map. That, I believe, would be the best way to approach him. And with that, I think we're going to cut it for there. Let's see if I can exit out gracefully. Aha. And that is Dragonpath in its current iteration of version 0.17.0 beta. So far, I think it has a lot of promise and potential. I think it's improved substantially from the last time I played it, when I couldn't even do mouse controls. And I think that if the developer keeps on listening to the community that he's serving this game to, I think it's going to go a long way, and it's going to make a really wonderful game. Obviously, the MP seems like right now it's not balanced. That's okay. If I would recommend a normal attack should not cost any MP. Or if you're going to make it do that, make it cost stamina, I guess. Unless, of course, you're using a magic weapon. Other than that, you know, you heard my comments before, and I think it's off to a great start. Thank you very, very much for the presentation of this game. I'm looking forward to seeing more of it, and I think it has a bright future.